With an unmistakable presence, Robert Mitchum emerged as one of Hollywood's most intriguing figures. Born on August 6, 1917, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, he possessed an innate charm that drew audiences in, even as he resisted the trappings of fame. His demeanor was relaxed, yet it exuded a magnetic quality that made him stand out in a crowded industry. Mitchum's approach to acting was refreshingly authentic. He often portrayed complex characters with a subtlety that belied his rugged exterior. Throughout his career, he navigated the ups and downs of the film industry with a sense of detachment, often expressing skepticism about the very nature of stardom. This reluctance only added to his allure, as fans were drawn to the enigmatic persona he crafted both on and off the screen. His performances in film noir classics and dramatic roles showcased a depth that resonated with viewers, allowing him to leave an indelible mark on cinema history. Despite his ambivalence, Mitchum's legacy endures, a testament to a talent that flourished in the shadows of his own reluctance. Robert Mitchum's family background played a significant role in shaping the man and actor he would become. His father, James Thomas Mitchum, held jobs in shipyards and railroads, engaging in hard labor-intensive work that reflected the family's working-class roots. This environment instilled in Robert a strong sense of perseverance and dedication. His mother, Anne Gunnarsson Mitchum, was a Norwegian immigrant who brought with her a spirit of resilience and adventure. Having traveled a long way from her homeland, Anne was a woman of strong character. Her father, a sea captain, undoubtedly influenced her outlook on life, and she passed on that sense of adventure to Robert. Growing up in a modest household, the Mitchum family emphasized the importance of hard work and familial duty. These qualities would later manifest in Robert's own work ethic on film sets, where he approached his craft with the same determination and commitment he learned in his early years. The values instilled by his parents would guide him through his life and career, contributing to the legacy he left in the world of cinema. Robert had an older sister named Anne, who was born on July 23, 1914. The two shared a close bond during their early years, creating memories that would last a lifetime. However, their childhood was marred by a tragic event that would forever change their lives. When Robert was just 2 years old, their father was killed in a devastating railway accident in Charleston, South Carolina. This heartbreaking loss left a profound impact on young Robert, shaping his outlook on life and relationships. The grief that enveloped the family forced them to return to Connecticut, where they found refuge with Robert's grandparents. In this new environment, they faced the challenges of mourning while trying to rebuild their lives. Despite the overwhelming sorrow, the family found a glimmer of hope with the birth of Robert's younger brother, John Newton Mitchum, in September 1919. This new addition brought a small sense of joy during an otherwise dark period, reminding them of the resilience of family bonds in the face of tragedy. The experiences of loss and the need for support helped to forge a deep connection among the siblings, influencing Robert's later life and career. After the tragic death of his father, the Mitchum family faced significant upheaval. They moved back to Connecticut to live with Robert's maternal grandparents. This transition was not easy, as it marked a period of hardship and adjustment for the entire family. Robert's mother, Anne, found herself in a challenging position. Left to raise 3 young children on her own, she leaned heavily on the support of her parents. The arrival of her third child, John Newton Mitchum, added to her struggles, but Anne remained determined and resilient. She worked tirelessly to provide for her children, often taking on multiple jobs and sacrificing her own needs for their welfare. Through her efforts, she instilled in Robert and his siblings a strong sense of independence and determination. These early challenges shaped Robert's outlook on life, teaching him the importance of hard work and perseverance. He learned to face adversity head-on, qualities that would later define his public persona and contribute to his success as an actor. The lessons from those formative years would resonate throughout his life and career, influencing his roles and the way he approached his craft. In an attempt to rebuild her life, Robert's mother remarried a man named Bill Clancy. This marriage, however, quickly turned sour due to Clancy's abusive behavior. The environment became hostile, and it was not long before Anne, Robert's mother, decided to end the relationship. This brief and tumultuous marriage left a deep impression on young Robert, who had already faced significant loss and hardship in his early years. The instability of his home life shaped his understanding of relationships and authority figures. Despite the challenges, Anne's strength and determination to protect her children from harm became a source of inspiration for Robert as he grew older. He witnessed firsthand the resilience required to confront adversity. The experience of his mother's struggles likely contributed to Mitchum's complex views on authority and relationships, which were often reflected in the roles he chose throughout his career. The emotional scars and lessons learned during this time would echo throughout his life and work. At just 6 years old, Robert Mitchum's natural talent for creativity became apparent when his mother submitted a poem he had written to a local newspaper's children's contest. The poem won the contest, and Robert's name and picture were published in the newspaper, marking the first time he received public recognition for his work. This early achievement was a significant moment in his young life, as it showcased his budding creativity and hinted at the potential for future success. His mother was incredibly proud of her son's accomplishment, celebrating the small taste of fame that came with it. This moment foreshadowed the stardom that would eventually come his way, even though he did not actively seek it out. Despite the recognition and the pride it brought to his family, Robert remained a mischievous child. His rebellious nature often got him into trouble at school, where his creativity sometimes manifested in ways that challenged authority. This blend of talent and trouble would become a defining characteristic of his early years, shaping the man he would later become in the world of acting. By the time he reached the age of 14, Robert Mitchum had already earned a reputation for being a troublemaker. His rebellious spirit led to his expulsion from school due to misbehavior, which marked the beginning of a tumultuous period in his young life. Seeking adventure and a way to escape the constraints of his home life, he soon found himself on the run. For nearly 2 years, Robert embraced the life of a hobo, traveling across the country by hopping onto freight trains. This lifestyle was not easy. It was often harsh and unforgiving, yet it provided him with invaluable life experiences that would shape his character. During this time, he took on various odd jobs, doing whatever was necessary to survive. The work was often menial, but it taught him resilience and resourcefulness. He met all types of people along the way, from fellow drifters who shared his plight to kind-hearted strangers who offered him food and shelter. Each encounter added to his understanding of human nature and the complexities of life. These formative years gave Mitchum a unique perspective that would later influence his performances in films, allowing him to portray gritty, down-to-earth characters with authenticity and depth. His experiences as a young hobo not only shaped his worldview, but also enriched his artistic expression in ways that resonated with audiences for decades. During one of his hobo adventures, Robert Mitchum found himself in a difficult situation when he was arrested in Savannah, Georgia, for riding a train without a ticket. The arrest took a surprising turn when he was falsely accused of burglarizing a shoe store and stealing $40. At the time of his arrest, Robert had $38 in his pocket, but this money was stolen while he was already in jail. After spending 5 days behind bars, he was finally brought before a judge. The judge, recognizing the mistake, reduced the charge to vagrancy. This led to Robert spending several days working on a chain gang, where he faced grueling conditions while repairing roads. The shackles he wore caused his legs to become infected, but the guards eventually removed his chains. Despite the hardships he endured, Mitchum managed to escape the worst of his situation and continued his journey home, showcasing his resilience and ability to endure even the toughest circumstances. Upon returning to Delaware at the age of 16, Robert Mitchum began a romance with a dark-haired girl named Dorothy Spence. Initially, Dorothy was dating Robert's younger brother John, but as time passed, a deeper connection developed between Robert and Dorothy. Their relationship grew stronger, and by March 1940, they decided to marry. Despite their youth, Robert was determined to provide for his new wife. After their wedding, the couple moved to California, where Robert hoped to find work in the film industry. Their first home was a converted chicken coop behind a family house in Los Angeles, a humble start for a couple who would later navigate the complexities of Hollywood life. The simplicity of their beginnings did not deter them. Instead, it fueled Robert's ambition. He worked hard, hoping to make a name for himself while building a life with Dorothy. Their love story, marked by youthful passion and dreams, laid the foundation for the challenges and successes that lay ahead in their journey through the entertainment world. Life in California was challenging for Robert Mitchum at the beginning. To support his growing family, he took a job working the graveyard shift at Lockheed Aircraft. This job was one he despised deeply, as the monotonous nature of factory work left him feeling unfulfilled and yearning for something more meaningful. During this difficult time, Robert's sister, Julie, played a pivotal role in changing the course of his life. She had successfully carved out a career for herself in the world of theater and introduced Robert to this vibrant realm. Julie helped him secure a position as a stagehand, which marked the beginning of his journey into acting. Initially indifferent to the craft, Robert soon discovered a passion for it that far surpassed his feelings about factory work. Through his experiences on stage, he met an agent who recognized the potential in his rugged looks and laid-back demeanor. This connection led to an interview with the producer of the popular Hopalong Cassidy Western series. Despite having no experience riding a horse, Robert impressed the producer with his natural charisma and was cast as a villain in the series. This opportunity marked a significant turning point in his career, setting him on the path to becoming a legendary actor. In 1943, Robert Mitchum experienced a significant turning point in his career when he landed a supporting role in the film The Human Comedy. This performance was pivotal, catching the eyes of studio executives who recognized his unique talent. Shortly thereafter, Mitchum signed a 7-year contract with RKO Pictures, a major player in Hollywood at the time. This contract was a crucial step in his rise to fame, providing him with opportunities to showcase his acting skills on a larger platform. Despite the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Mitchum often expressed ambivalence towards the trappings of stardom. He was known for his laid-back demeanor and a certain rugged charm that set him apart from other actors of his era. His ability to portray tough, morally complex characters with a natural ease resonated deeply with audiences. This authenticity made him one of the most sought-after actors in the industry, as he effortlessly brought depth and nuance to his roles, solidifying his place in cinematic history. In 1945, Robert Mitchum earned his first and only Academy Award nomination for his role in the film The Story of G.I. Joe, where he portrayed the real-life war correspondent Ernie Pyle. The film received critical acclaim, and Robert's performance as a war-weary soldier resonated deeply with audiences, showcasing his ability to convey the emotional weight of the character. This nomination marked a significant milestone in his career, affirming his reputation as a serious actor capable of handling both dramatic and action-packed roles. Despite the recognition that came with the nomination, Robert remained indifferent to awards and accolades. He preferred to focus on his craft, valuing the work itself over the fame associated with it. His approach to acting was grounded in authenticity, and he often sought to immerse himself in the characters he portrayed rather than seeking the spotlight. This perspective allowed him to create memorable performances that left a lasting impact on cinema. As Robert's fame grew, so did his reputation for defiance and a general disregard for authority. He became known for his rebellious spirit, which often landed him in trouble with the law. One of the most notable incidents occurred when a police officer mistakenly arrested him outside his home. Instead of complying, Robert responded with aggression, punching the officer and breaking his nose. This act of defiance was not an isolated event. It reflected a broader pattern of behavior that characterized his public persona. Robert's rebellious nature was both a charm and a risk. His wit and charisma often allowed him to navigate the consequences of his actions with a certain ease. While many actors might have faced severe repercussions for similar behavior, Robert seemed to glide through the turmoil, maintaining his popularity and status in Hollywood. His defiance became a hallmark of his identity, both on and off the screen, making him an intriguing figure in the entertainment world. He embodied a sense of cool that resonated with audiences, and his ability to challenge authority only added to his allure. Despite the trouble he found himself in, Robert's charm often softened the blow of his actions. He had a way of captivating people, which allowed him to escape the full weight of the law that might have crushed lesser actors. His rebellious streak became a part of his legacy, contributing to the image of the rugged, tough guy persona that he portrayed in many of his films. This combination of defiance and charm made Robert Mitchum a unique and unforgettable figure in cinema history, leaving an indelible mark on the industry. In 1948, Robert's personal life took a tumultuous turn when he was arrested at a party for smoking marijuana with a young actress named Lila Leeds. The arrest made headlines across the country, and many in Hollywood feared it would end Robert's career. His marriage to Dorothy also suffered as a result of the scandal. But despite the media frenzy, Robert remained unfazed. He served a short stint in jail and was eventually released on probation. The incident further solidified his image as Hollywood's rebellious bad boy, a role he embraced with both pride and indifference. The public's fascination with the scandal only added to his allure, as he became a symbol of the defiant spirit of the era. Even as whispers circulated about his personal life, Robert continued to work, demonstrating his resilience in the face of adversity. This incident marked a pivotal moment in his life, shaping not only his career, but also how he was perceived by fans and critics alike. His ability to navigate the storm of controversy showcased his unique charisma and unwavering determination in an industry known for its fickleness. Despite the scandal, Robert's career continued to flourish. His next film, Rachel and the Stranger, was a box office hit, and audiences quickly forgave his transgressions. The success of the film proved that Robert's talent and charisma were enough to overcome even the most damaging of scandals. His ability to bounce back from adversity became one of his defining traits, both in his personal life and his professional career. He continued to take on challenging roles that showcased his versatility as an actor, refusing to be typecast as merely a tough guy or a villain. His performances in various genres, from westerns to dramas, demonstrated a range that captivated audiences and critics alike. This resilience not only solidified his place in Hollywood, but also earned him respect as a dedicated artist. Robert's journey through the ups and downs of fame illustrated a profound truth about the entertainment industry. Talent and authenticity can ultimately triumph over controversy, allowing him to leave a lasting legacy in film history. In 1949, Robert Mitchum starred in the film The Big Steal, a light-hearted crime caper that allowed him to showcase his comedic timing and charm. This film was a delightful change of pace for Mitchum, who was often associated with more serious roles. During the production, his wife Dorothy was cast in a small, uncredited role, which marked one of the few times the couple worked together on screen. Despite the minor nature of Dorothy's role, the experience of collaborating brought them closer together. It was a rare opportunity for them to share the spotlight, and even though they faced challenges in their marriage, their devotion to one another remained strong. Robert's performance in The Big Steal was well received, further cementing his status as a leading man in Hollywood. The film highlighted his versatility as an actor, proving that he could effortlessly blend humor with his more dramatic talents. The chemistry between Robert and Dorothy, even in such a brief appearance, added a personal touch to the film that resonated with audiences. Their relationship, marked by both trials and affection, was reflected in the warmth of their shared moments on set. The Big Steal not only entertained but also showcased the enduring bond between Robert and Dorothy, making it a memorable part of their lives and careers. Throughout his career, Robert earned a reputation for standing up for the underdogs, particularly the crew members on set who were often overlooked or mistreated. One famous incident occurred on the set of one of his films, when only the actors were provided with coffee, while the crew members were left without. Robert, offended by this injustice, refused to drink his coffee, and demanded that the crew be given the same treatment as the actors. When the producers refused, Robert walked off the set in protest, delaying production for several hours. This act of defiance was not just a personal stand. It resonated with many who felt similarly marginalized in the film industry. The next day, the entire crew was provided with coffee, a significant shift that highlighted the importance of fairness on set. Robert's stance earned him the respect and admiration of those he worked with, reinforcing the idea that every member of a production team, regardless of their role, deserved recognition and equal treatment. His actions became a powerful reminder of the need for solidarity and support among all workers in the industry. Their friendship began when they starred together in the film His Kind of Woman. From the outset, Robert Mitchum and Jane Russell developed a bond that transcended the usual Hollywood relationships. Jane was drawn to Robert's genuine nature. He was not one to play the game of fame or conform to the expectations that Hollywood often imposed on its stars. Instead, he remained true to himself, which Jane found refreshing and admirable. In return, Robert appreciated Jane's straightforwardness. She was known for her honesty, and this quality resonated with him deeply. Their connection grew stronger over the years, characterized by mutual respect and understanding. They shared a unique camaraderie that was evident both on and off the screen. This friendship was so profound that when Robert passed away, Jane was the only non-family member present to scatter his ashes at sea. This act highlighted the depth of their relationship, showcasing a bond that was rare in the often superficial world of show business. The loyalty and affection they had for each other remained a cherished aspect of their lives. Their friendship stood as a testament to the power of genuine connection amidst the glamour and pressures of Hollywood. By the mid-1960s, Robert Mitchum had firmly established himself as a leading figure in Hollywood, earning acclaim for his roles in significant films such as The Longest Day and Cape Fear. Despite his remarkable success and the fame that accompanied it, Robert preferred a lifestyle far removed from the bright lights and constant buzz of the film industry. He found solace in the quietude of ranch life, which offered a stark contrast to the demands of his acting career. In 1965, he took a significant step towards this preferred lifestyle by purchasing a 6-acre ranch in Bel Air. This ranch became a sanctuary for him, where he kept a number of quarter horses, animals he cherished deeply. Robert often spoke about the therapeutic nature of spending time with his horses, emphasizing how they provided a much-needed escape from the pressures of Hollywood. His affection for animals and the natural world was evident in his daily life, and he frequently expressed a longing to retire from acting altogether. The simple life on his ranch, surrounded by nature and his beloved horses, was where he truly felt at peace. Throughout his life, Robert Mitchum had a complicated relationship with alcohol and marijuana, both of which he used regularly. He was quite open about his substance use, often joking about it in interviews, which only added to his bad boy image in Hollywood. This candidness about his vices made him a figure of intrigue and rebellion. Despite his indulgences, Robert was known for his professionalism on set and his dedication to his craft. He managed to balance his personal habits with his work, which earned him the respect of his peers. Many admired his ability to deliver powerful performances while living on the edge of acceptable behavior. This duality of being a talented actor and a Hollywood rebel made him a fascinating character in the film industry. In many ways, Robert's substance use became a significant part of his legend, further enhancing his status as an iconic figure in American cinema. His lifestyle choices reflected a certain defiance against the norms of his time, making him a symbol of the complex relationship between artistry and personal freedom. In 1970, Robert Mitchum took on one of his most memorable roles in the film Ryan's Daughter, a sweeping romantic drama set in the picturesque landscape of Ireland. Initially, he hesitated to accept the role, fearing that it might typecast him as a romantic lead. However, his concerns were unfounded, as the film became a critical success. Mitchum's portrayal of a reserved British officer showcased his ability to convey deep emotion and complexity, earning him praise from both audiences and critics alike. This performance solidified his status as a versatile actor, capable of taking on a range of characters. After Ryan's Daughter, Mitchum began to slow down his career, opting for fewer roles and placing greater emphasis on his personal life. The film marked a significant transition for him, as he moved from being a leading man to embracing the role of a character actor in the later years of his career. This shift reflected his desire to explore different facets of acting, while also enjoying a more private life. In the 1980s, Robert Mitchum faced a significant moment in his life as he battled his long-standing issues with alcohol. This struggle reached a critical point, prompting him to check himself into the Betty Ford Center for treatment. This decision marked a pivotal turning point, as it was the first time he publicly acknowledged the difficulties he faced regarding his drinking. While Robert had always been candid about his fondness for alcohol, he had never before admitted that it posed a real problem in his life. His time at the Betty Ford Center was transformative, allowing him to regain control over his life and confront the challenges that had long affected him. Although he continued to drink occasionally after his treatment, he made a concerted effort to cut back. This period of self-reflection proved invaluable, enabling Robert to shift his focus toward his family and the legacy he wanted to leave behind, rather than being consumed by his vices. By the 1990s, Robert Mitchum had largely stepped back from the spotlight, enjoying a quieter life after a long and storied career in film. However, he made a memorable return with a cameo in the 1991 remake of Cape Fear. This film held special significance for Mitchum, as he had originally starred in the 1962 version, where he played the menacing character Max Cady. In the remake, he took on the role of a police lieutenant, a part that served as a respectful nod to his earlier performance. This cameo was a delightful surprise for his devoted fans, who cherished the opportunity to see him again on screen, even if just for a brief moment. In addition to this nostalgic appearance, Mitchum received several prestigious Lifetime Achievement Awards during the final years of his life. Among these accolades was an honor from the National Board of Review in 1991, which recognized his significant contributions to the film industry. These awards celebrated his legacy as a Hollywood legend and acknowledged the lasting impact he had made through his work. Mitchum's career was marked by a unique charisma and depth, and these honors were a fitting tribute to a man who had captivated audiences for decades. His cameo in Cape Fear and the accolades he received reaffirmed his status as an iconic figure in cinema, ensuring that his legacy would endure long after his retirement from acting. Robert Mitchum passed away on July 1, 1997, at the age of 79 after a long battle with lung cancer. His death marked the end of an era for Hollywood, as he was one of the last surviving stars of the Golden Age. Throughout his career, Robert appeared in over 100 films, leaving behind a legacy that few actors could match. His unique blend of rugged masculinity and vulnerability made him a beloved figure, both on and off screen. In the years since his passing, Robert's influence on modern cinema has only grown, with many contemporary actors citing him as an inspiration for their own work. His contributions to film, particularly his roles in noir and Western genres, have cemented his place as one of Hollywood's greatest stars. His memorable performances in films like Out of the Past and Cape Fear showcased his ability to embody complex characters, often walking the line between hero and anti-hero. Mitchum's laid-back demeanor and distinctive voice left a lasting impression, making him an iconic figure in American film history. His legacy continues to resonate, reminding audiences of the artistry and depth he brought to the screen. On April 12, 2014, Robert Mitchum faced a profound loss with the passing of his beloved wife Dorothy, who died at the age of 94. Dorothy had been a constant and quiet strength in Robert's life, standing by him through the many ups and downs of his illustrious career. Their journey together was filled with both triumphs and tribulations, including the scandals that sometimes surrounded Robert, as well as the highs of his success and the lows of personal struggles. Throughout it all, Dorothy remained a steadfast supporter, embodying loyalty and love. In accordance with their shared wishes, Dorothy's ashes were scattered at sea, just as Robert's had been before her. This act was not just a farewell, but a fulfillment of a promise they made to each other long ago. They envisioned their remains meeting again in the vast ocean, a symbol of their enduring bond. Their love story, which had weathered many storms, found its final chapter in this poignant reunion, reflecting the deep connection they nurtured throughout their lives together. Mitchum's journey through Hollywood was marked by a blend of charisma and a profound sense of independence. He often rejected the conventions of fame, choosing instead to focus on the craft of acting. This led him to portray characters that were both relatable and deeply flawed, capturing the complexities of human nature. His roles in films like Out of the Past and The Night of the Hunter highlighted his ability to convey emotions with a mere glance or subtle gesture, making him a master of understatement. Despite his reluctance to embrace the spotlight, Mitchum's performances left an indelible impact, influencing generations of actors. His off-screen life was just as compelling, filled with stories of rebellion and a laid-back attitude that endeared him to fans. He often spoke candidly about the superficiality of Hollywood, yet his work resonated with authenticity. As time passed, Mitchum became a symbol of a bygone era, representing a unique blend of talent and authenticity that continues to inspire. His legacy is a reminder of the power of genuine artistry in an industry often overshadowed by glitz and glamour.